the Tuesday, Wednesday practices are still under the ramp up, as far as the, time allotment and so forth. I think when you can truly get into a full practice, and see these guys, kind of push the limits, I think that'll, come to fruit, come to light more.
We are less than 24 hours away until it goes down here in Oxnard. The pads are coming on, so the battles are about to get a little bit more interesting. Welcome into Inside Cowboys Training Camp, presented by Ford. I'm Nicole Hutchison alongside Patrik No C Walker. Patrik, obviously things are about to get real, right, the next couple of days, but things have already started to get real for the Dallas Cowboys, starting on Sunday with Cowboys defensive end Sam Williams, who was projected to have a really big year in year 3 for him. He will be missing the 2024 season due to a torn ACL. I mean, what kind of a blow is this for the Cowboys?
To say that it's brutal feels like a massive understatement, Nicole, when you talk about the full context of it, from both the standpoint of Sam Williams going into year 3, hoping to have a breakout season, was going to get the opportunities to do so, but also look at it from the Cowboys' perspective. You lose Dorrance Armstrong and Dante Fowler in free agency. Who's up next? It's got to be Sam Williams. And so for Sam Williams to go down with an injury that completely deletes this season, that puts them in dire straits at the position.
Praying for Sam Williams and his recovery, but now you've got to think about the opportunities that Marshawn Nealon, the rookie, will have. You saw him taking a bulk of first-team reps in practice. Really had a standout practice since day one, right? I mean, what kind of a big opportunity is this for him to now take advantage of?
You talk about going from the frying pan right into the fire. This is going to be it for a rookie second-round pick, Marshawn Nealon. Obviously, he was kind of brought in looking more like DeMarcus Lawrence, and he was going to be expected to play in rotation behind DeMarcus Lawrence. But now he might end up being the bookend for DeMarcus Lawrence on the other side of that line. But then also look at guys like Junior Fehoko, second-round pick from last year, was unable to earn some reps last season. That's got to change in this training camp, because he's going to have to be one the Cowboys depend on going forward.
And what's the guy got to do to earn some more snaps in Junior Fehoko?
Well, what's the guy got to do is he's got to impress Mike Zimmer. Unfortunately, it didn't look like he was able to impress upon Dan Quinn, his value, but new defensive coordinator, new opportunity, fresh start. Junior Fehoko, again, 4th-round pick from last season. He's got to find a way to get onto the field for this Dallas Cowboys team.
You got to love training camp, right? I mean, things just get more interesting as the days progress. Things getting real, but things are also getting real for Rico Gathers. I have the exclusive coming up right here on Inside Cowboys Training Camp.
Inside Cowboys Training Camp, presented by Ford, is brought to you by AT&T, official sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys. Sleep Number, the official sleep and wellness partner of the Dallas Cowboys. And by your North Texas Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Texas. This segment is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors, official sporting goods retailer of the Dallas Cowboys.
Welcome back into Inside Cowboys Training Camp, presented by Ford, and we are here at the Channel Islands Harbor with beautiful weather. You gotta love Cali, right? Cali is so nice. This is chill.
We're sorry, Texas.
We're sorry, Texas. Sorry you can't be out here, but it's all right. We got a lot of players out here. Rico Gathers, I got a chance to catch up with him as he heads into 2024 with some big goals, and I got a chance to sit down with him on Nicole's Corner. Here's the exclusive.
Just continue to try and expand my role on the team, doing what I can do to help the team win. Just going out there showing what I can do to the coaches and hopefully getting more opportunities.
And talking about expanding your role, what does that look like?
Right now, I'm really not sure, but like just being more involved on the offense, getting out there to make more plays, I would say.
One of the biggest point of emphasis this offseason was just really establishing that run game. How do you see this, the run game improving?
It's a lot simpler this year. We cut it down a little bit and fixed up a couple of the points and read keys and things like that with Coach Blasco and the O-line coach. But I definitely say one of the main things that it's been simplified down for everybody as a whole, O-linemen, running backs.
What have been some of those conversations like with you and Jeff Blasco in terms of you making this big jump heading into year 5 for you?
I haven't really talked to him much about it. Maybe one time in our exit interview, but Just staying ready and continuing to build on, like you said, what I did last year, and continue to just come out here and get better each and every day, control what I can control, and the rest to take care of itself.
This is the second year for you under, with Mike McCarthy calling the plays. How much more comfortable do you feel just heading into this training camp knowing that?
I'll say very comfortable with Coach McCarthy, and obviously he'll be more comfortable himself as well, knowing what kind of players he got and how exactly he wants things done. I mean, you always make improvements and adjustments from the year before, and we was real explosive last year, so I'm pretty sure, looking forward to them.
And the Cowboys brought in Zeke this offseason. How do you feel like you and Zeke pretty much, I guess, complement each other?
I'd say Zeke, a great addition with his experience and things like that, just his pointers, and because he's been doing it for such a long time, so he just, for me and the young guys in the room, just his tips and pointers and things like that. But as far as complimenting, I mean, two different type of style backs and a lot similar in a couple ways, but just going in there trying to build and be that 1-2 punch.
One of the things that Mike McCarthy's been talking about is that running back by committee approach. What's your mindset with that new approach, and how do you feel like you can factor into that? I know it's kind of early, but just as of now, the first couple of days, your assessment on that.
Like you said, control what I can control and just do what I can do to get my part of it, being a part of that running back by committee, whatever that may be. I know we talked about it being like one guy not getting the whole drive and going 8 to 10 plays, so like one guy come in for 5, another guy come in for 5, and another guy come in for 3 or something, but just doing what I can do to keep my role in that part.
What does a successful season look like for you?
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. All right. And what can fans expect to see from Rico Gathers in 2024?
Just a person trying to continue to build off of last year and have another great season and win. That's the main thing.
This segment was brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors, official sporting goods retailer of the Dallas Cowboys.
Here at the Channel Islands Harbor with some beautiful weather for Inside Cowboys training camp presented by Ford. And to wrap things up here on the show, I mean, the Cowboys take pride, right, in drafting and developing. That's something they've always taken pride in. Think about Deron Bland, Trayvon Diggs, Tyler Smith. I mean, the list goes on, right? But what about the undrafted free agents? You got John Stevens, a tight end who obviously tore his ACL in preseason in 2023 last year, but he's making some stride. That trust between him and Dak is obviously brewing. What have you liked so far from him?
First of all, good news for Sam Williams is that John Stevens in the lot. They're proving that you can come back from a torn ACL in fairly short order. John Stevens Jr. looks fantastic thus far in his first 3 or 4 practices with the Cowboys. And what I'm looking for him to do is exactly what he did last season, which is stretch the field, be a red zone threat, and show that he used to be a wide receiver, being able to line out outside of the line. But he's also added about 12 pounds of lean muscle, he told us. And that is so that when he's an inline blocker, he can be more effective there, but also when he's on a pass route, it helps him in contested catches and shedding contact. So I expect some big things from that young man.
Expected some big things for him in year 2, but especially in training camp, right? That tight end room is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, fun definitely, competitive most certainly, because below Jake Ferguson, who I believe is in line for a first-team All-Pro year, as long as he continues to take steps forward, you still have to figure out if Luke Schoonmaker is going to be able to remain healthy. If he can, and it looks like he's getting off to a hot start at camp, can he be a pass catcher going down the field? We know that he can block. Behind Schoonmaker, what have you got? You got John Stevens. You got undrafted free agent Brevin Spann-Ford. You got Princeton Fant. You got John Stevens Jr.
Long list.
Peyton Hendershot. You got a whole lot of talent there. Something's got to shake, and that's going to make the Cowboys have a very difficult decision, but that's a good problem to have.
The key word you said there is taking strides. A lot of guys are going to look to continue to take strides over the next couple of weeks, especially starting tomorrow. We'll be back here on Inside Cowboys Training Camp with all the exclusives here from training camp. See you tomorrow.
Inside Cowboys Training Camp, presented by Ford, was brought to you by AT&T, official sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys. Sleep Number, the official sleep and wellness partner of the Dallas Cowboys. And by your North Texas Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Texas.